We're working in 3 parks, one in Poole, one in Bournemouth, one in Christchurch. We've got a landscape architect working at each site.
Really trying to transform them over an 18-month period.
Looking at those pilot parks is a way of thinking, how do we engage community and turn those spaces into places that people love?
Get more people in the parks enjoying themselves and exercising.
Really hoping to create a positive change for people, but also to create a change for nature and for wildlife and biodiversity.
So they're suffering from increased antisocial behaviour, drug use, vandalism, graffiti.
You get the complaints in like, oh, there's always 10 people there at night and they're hiding out in this corner, I never feel safe to walk around there. Antisocial behaviour and all these kind of elements where they really have a detrimental impact to the park. I've been working on kind of the engagement for the pilot park, so getting an idea of residents' feelings down there currently, what could be improved, what's not working well, and the community involved and understanding what they'd like to see on each of the 3 parks. We've been doing those 3 different surveys, engagement surveys across the parks, walking tours across all 3 parks, looking around the parks, how do you know the park, the history of the park, what would you like to see here, and we were just making notes. An online survey, so for Alex Park that was a Survey Monkey, that was just going around everywhere and anywhere we could kind of get it. And for the other parks, it was a Google form. I've been working with our evaluation consultant to kind of review all that data and see where the parks are currently. At the same time, myself and a colleague called Chloe, we've been doing the People Counters project. We've got Wi-Fi sensors in, and they basically ping MAC addresses. So if you have a phone on you and you're walking past, every 30 minutes, it sends out a signal, and the pings it gets back is the amount of people in the park in that area at that time. So we've been using that to get a baseline of like the number of people roughly in the park across the time of day.
So at the moment, Bournemouth Park is quite plain. It's a traditional recreational field, but we're now looking at making it more interesting for everybody. A lot of things that people have requested is an updated play facilities, improved skates and wheel park.
We'd like to add wildlife ponds, bird feeders, bird cams, much more native planting, so there's a lot more colour.
By planting wildflower meadows, or by putting in a wildlife pond, or some bird boxes and bat boxes and things like that.
Happy, different, experimental.
Bold, inclusive, community.
Inspirational, haven.